What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Vegan Test Kitchen. Today we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, so I'm pretty excited. I love food, as do you, I assume. We're doing a mashed potato bar. That's right, we're doing 4 different kinds of mashed potatoes. We're doing a wasabi, a curry, roasted garlic, and some chives and parsley. So we got a couple different flavors in there, a couple traditional ones. We're also doing an interesting take on our gravy. We're doing a jalapeno corn gravy. Should be interesting. As always, all the ingredients and measurements are below. Let's get started. All right, since we're doing a roasted garlic mashed potato for one of our varieties, we're going to roast some garlic. So, get a head of garlic, take the loose skin off, cut off the top quarter, drizzle some olive oil on there, wrap it up in foil, and stick it in your oven for 400 degrees at around 40-45 minutes. While your garlic is roasting, grab 2 pounds of potatoes, peel them or don't. Don't yell at me if I peel mine. That's what the recipe says. And cut them into 1-inch cubes. I'm gonna leave the skin on 1 potato so you don't yell at me. All right, we're gonna put in our 2 teaspoons of salt, throw in our potatoes. While this gets to a boil, let's start on our jalapenos and onions for the gravy. And chop 3 cloves of garlic. All right, now that we're boiling, we're gonna cook this for about 15 to 20 minutes and reduce to a simmer. Fun fact, the first ever recipe for mashed potatoes is thought to come from an 18th century book, The Art of Cookery. And that recipe called for 2 pounds of potatoes, a pint of milk, a bit of salt, and a 1/4 pound of butter. Let's go ahead and grab our garlic out of the oven. Looks like some of the garlic's just popped out. All right, I think our potatoes are done, so before we drain those, I'm gonna start on our gravy. We're gonna put this pan on medium-high, add our tablespoon of olive oil, and saute our onion and jalapenos for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna start chopping our fresh herbs for our mashed potatoes. All right, now we're gonna add our chopped garlic and a pinch of sage and saute for another minute. Add our 2 cups of fresh or frozen corn. And we're gonna cook this for another 5 minutes. In the meantime, put your vegetable broth and your cornstarch in a measuring cup. Mix it up, and we're just gonna set it aside. All right, now that this is cooked a little bit, we're gonna add our vegetable broth mixture, our soy milk, and our salt. And we're gonna stir this often and cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes. We want it to thicken a little bit. While that's cooking, we're gonna juice half of a lemon. Get the seeds out because you don't want those. All right, we're gonna turn this off because it's thickened up quite a bit. We're gonna let that cool a bit because we're gonna blend it. We don't want it to explode. In the meantime, let's get back to our mashed potatoes. All right, we're gonna divide these equally into 4 bowls. All right, now we're gonna do these one by one. This first one, we're gonna make it pretty regular. We're gonna make it the parsley and the chive. I'm just putting in about a tablespoon of each. We're also gonna put in some butter and some oat milk, because that's what the kids are drinking these days. Add a little salt and pepper to taste. All right, now we're gonna go on to our second normal-ish one. We're gonna put about a tablespoon of roasted garlic into this. So I would say maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 cloves. Our margarine and our oat milk. A little bit of salt and pepper. All right, now we're gonna get crazy. Let's do our wasabi first. We're gonna whisk our wasabi into our oat milk so we make sure it's nice and mixed up. Put in our butter and our wasabi milk. And our last curry mashed potatoes. Like before, we're gonna whisk our curry into our oat milk, add our margarine, and our curry milk. All right, let's get back to our gravy. Grab a blender or food processor. We're gonna add our corn and jalapeno mixture to it and puree. Add our lemon juice to taste. Add a bit of salt and puree again. All right, y'all, let's try it. I'm gonna try some of this wasabi first. I like it. Some of that wasabi just kind of hits your tongue though. I can see people having a love-hate relationship with this. It's a nice flavor though. It's different, I like it. The chives and parsley, it's just a classic. A little bit of this curry. It tastes like, you know, mashed potatoes with an Indian flair. This roasted garlic mashed potatoes, you can't go wrong with that. I think the measurements that I put in here were pretty much spot on. You can obviously tinker with them if you want, but I don't think you need to. I'll try some of this gravy by itself. Teeny tiny bit spicy, very corny. I think my turkey wants some corn. I don't know if I would say this goes with these mashed potatoes, but why not? It's, you know, not your traditional brown gravy. It has that pretty strong corn flavor. So if you like corn, you'll love this. It's like a nice summer gravy. All in all, I think this is a success. All right, y'all, this is a nice new take on mashed potatoes and gravy. You should try it at your next Thanksgiving. See if people throw you out or not. Not my fault, just doing what the cookbook says. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, hit a thumbs up, I would love you for it. Make sure to share and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. I will see you all next time. All right, let's do that again. All right. Why am I crazy tonight? Add our tablespoon and saute for another minute.